Hello there. I don't know if you can tell by my big toothy grin, or perhaps it's my wrinkleless complexion, or maybe the fact that I no longer have nearly as many gray hairs, but it is the last day of school, in case you couldn't tell. That's right. No more teachers, no more books, no more stinky looks from these children. I have 2 months of glorious time all to myself. Don't be jelly now, because y'all, I've been going to school since the end of July. So I know some of you guys have days, weeks, maybe even a month, I'll pray for you, left of school. I thought I would share with you what we have been doing these last couple of days and weeks in school since the art show is now passed, just to kind of make it by and make it still engaged and fun and exciting in the art room. So after our school art show, for the school art show, what I usually do is I clear all of the chairs and I go ahead and I just put them away, stack them all up. We get all of the tables ready for clay displays. After the art show, we're left with chairs that are put away and tables that are bare, but pretty doggone dirty from all of our artworking. So one thing that I like to do on those last couple of days of school is hit the grocery store, get a couple of really inexpensive cans of shaving cream, put out a couple of bins of water, sponges, old credit cards for scraping glue off the tables, and let the kids go to town. Let me show you. For clean tables, all it really takes is small children and a whole bunch of shaving cream. Here we go.
Creative.
A mess.
I did this big old heart. Look at you, Miss Stevens. It's YouTube. It's YouTube.
Behind you, maybe? On the table behind you? A little bit's probably going to get on the floor. As long as it's not on purpose and it's a little bit. Oh, I got a table that's looking pretty clean, and I love that they're squeezing those sponges out so well. Oh, the boys over there look like they're doing pretty good. 30 minutes, these kids scrubbed clean and made my tables sparkling and had a blast doing so. Now, as much fun as shaving cream and cleaning tables is, you can't exactly do that with every class. So here's what else I do. My room is pretty large, and with all the chairs put away and all the tables pushed aside, it's even bigger. And what I do is I just set up little centers around my art room to keep the kids occupied and engaged, because if it's one thing I've learned, they're not exactly stimulated everywhere else they're going. So you gotta keep them engaged in your room. Otherwise, everything just completely unravels. So I have a center for origami. For that, I usually print off from this great website called Easy Origami. I print off a ton of how to do origami sheets. I have those sheets available on the floor and a bin full of copy paper that I've cut to sizes of squares. That way I don't have to spend the money buying origami paper. Kids love origami. That's always one of the most popular stations for them to do. And what I really like about origami with the kids is I don't teach them how to do those things. Usually there's a couple of kids who are really into it and very skilled at following those visual directions, and they do a lot of peer tutoring then, which is fabulous. I also have another center of just drawing. Usually I'll have my dry erase boards and markers, which can be picked up very cheap at a dollar store. My students love drawing on the dry erase boards, but they also love drawing free draw. I have a ton of how to draw books, so we have a little drawing station happening too. One thing that we did this year that the kids really loved was I pulled up the YouTube channel Art Hub for Kids, or Kids Art Hub. I'm not really exactly sure of the name, and I apologize for that, but it's fabulous, fabulous. The kids love it. They make beautiful drawings that they're so proud of. And the great thing about that is I can lead them to that website over the summer, so it keeps them engaged with drawing and creating over the summer too. We also have a little blocks area. I've picked up a lot of blocks over the years from garage sales and from the thrift store. And what I've noticed about blocks, because so many kids I feel like don't play with them as much as they used to, is that all of my students are engaged with blocks. First grade, kindergarten, all the way up to 4th grade, love to create with blocks. So it's a great center for them to do. I'm trying to think of any. Oh, and weaving. Weaving is always a huge, huge hit. So I always teach the kids how to do something simple like an Ojos de Dios or a God's Eye. I'll teach them how to do that kind of weaving, And then I just glue a bunch of those popsicle sticks together and have that as a station or a little area for them to work as well. Let's talk about making an ojos de Dios. I usually start by hot gluing lots of popsicle sticks together, have the kids turn the sticks like an X and double knot tie a strand of yarn there. Then they proceed by going under, over, turn, under, over, turn, under, over, turn. If you want to go ahead and hide that tail, you can. When you do the second string, make sure that it's right beside the first, not over it. To add another string, hold the old string next to the new string. Make a little loop by wrapping it around your finger. Take the tails, put them in the hole, and pull, which makes for a great knot. And then just continue wrapping under, over, turn. Those knots can end up on the back. The front is actually the ojos de Dios. And what I'm showing you here is that you can add a little paper clip at the top to hang them. So as the kids work, I tell them to look for the fact that the yarn should be wrapped around the stick and that the other side is the ojos de Dios, the eye of God. Cord weaving, start with a tag board and draw a compass. North, south, east, west, then draw a line in between each one of those segments, then draw another line in between each one of those. You will end up with 16 marks. Go ahead and cut those and then get 8 strands of yarn, 4 of one color, 4 of another, and give them a good strong knot on one end. Flip the end of the yarn back, put it through, and then go ahead and get your loom ready. 2 strands of the same color at the top, 2 strands of the same color at the bottom, making an X, doing the same but the opposite, going side to side with your other color. To do this weaving, you simply go left up, right side comes down. That's all there is to it. Rotate the loom, do it all over again. Left to the top, right side drops, turn it like the hands of a clock, rinse and repeat. That's it. Pretty soon you'll end up with a beautiful cord that can be taken out when you're finished. Those are just some things that I do during those last couple of days of school when our kids are excited, they've got a lot of energy. How to channel all of that excitement and energy, try setting up different stations to really capture their imaginations and their creativity and hopefully inspire them to continue to creating over the summer. So good luck to you all getting through that last little bit of summer, and enjoy your days of sleeping in and dreaming about all the fun projects you and your students are going to do next year. Talk to you guys real soon.